We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of 3 Foundations draft. We've got Elenda, Saint of Dusk. It's a rare, great card. Hexproof from Instance is very relevant. It's got lifelink, and then obviously good for the lifelink deck. Can end up being a super beefy Menace lifelink creature, so I think it's probably worth first picking. Let's see what else is in here. I mean, we've got Llanowar Elves, Helpful Hunter, Resolute Reinforcements. These are all good cards I'm looking at. Banishing Light, good removal. This is a double color card, but at the same time, it's a rare with lifelink. So, and the Hexproof from Instance, like I said, very relevant. There's still, like, Banishing Light does deal with Elenda, but still just a really good card. And I'm going to first pick it and feel pretty good about it. And I haven't gotten to play with it yet. Now, there really is, I feel like, you know, only black-white lifelink archetype that wants to capitalize off of it. But if that's open, you're going to be happy to have it. If not, not so much. Follow-up pick? Well, Mischievous Mystic might just have to be the pick here. 2-drop, 2-power flyer, which is already amazing. But then on top of that, whenever you draw a second card, you just spit out a fairy creature. So I think we're going to second pick that. And it's not even particularly close. There's Bite Down, there's Macabre Waltz, there's Cathar Commando. Those are the other cards I'm looking at. There's no lifelink synergy card in here for our first pick. And Mystic is just so much better that I'm just going to go ahead and take that. All right, follow-up pick. Well, Dazzling Angel is very good with Elenda. In blue, we have Big Fin Bouncer. And there's Prideful Parent, and there's Macabre Waltz. And there's Ruby Daring Tracker, but that's very far from what we've already got. I feel like we're going to want to go one of these directions. I really like Dazzling Angel. I mean, it's really hard to compare the power level of a card like Mischievous Mystic to Elenda. Mystic, if I go like Big Fin Bouncer here over Dazzling Angel, yeah, I mean, it's between these two, and it's two very separate, different directions. I could actually take the Dazzling Angel and still end up in a Mischievous Mystic deck. It'd just be more of a blue-white Flyers deck. So let's just do that. I really like Dazzling Angel too. I mean, if we get into Johnny's Pride Mate and you have Dazzling Angel, you just go off. So we'll see if we can put that together. Wow. All right. Well, now we've got a huge pickup here. And I feel like with all the drafts I've done, I haven't actually got to play with this card. But Dauntless Veteran is an amazing card. 3 mana 2/2, but whenever it attacks, buff all your team. Really, really good. At its best in red-white with all just a bunch of cheap creatures, but I think we're going to be very happy with it, whether we're in blue-white skies or black-white lifelink, or black-white life gain, I should say. So both ways sound good to me. Other good cards in here. Employment for like black-red sack. Indrik, kind of expensive, but it's nice playing a, beater that kills something when it enters. Wary Thespian's obviously very good. I think I like Elfsworn Giant. It's 3 toughness for 5 mana, not great, but it's got reach, and that landfall ability is pretty good, but pretty easy veteran for now. Squad Rallier is kind of a deceptively good card. I think when I first started the format, I read it and I really wasn't that impressed, but I mean, look what it finds already for us. It finds Mystic, Veteran, and Dazzling Angel. So, I mean, it's just, if it's like late game and you top deck this, it just lets you dig. When you're getting flooded, great flood mitigation on a pretty decent body. Just a highly playable card. Otherwise, Imprisoned in the Moon, some removal here, of which we currently don't have any, admittedly. But, yeah. We'll take the Rallier for now. Continue down the white path until we figure out what our second color should be. Okay, I actually like Guarded Air. I mean, good with Dauntless Veteran, I was going to say, but it's got lifelink, so it's good for the lifelink deck. It's just the one that has lifelink, but 3 bodies in 1 for 6 mana is actually very nice. I mean, you end up getting 7 power, 7 toughness for 6 mana overall. I like it. I'll take it over Rebuke. It's an uncommon for a reason. I think it's a great card. Yeah, let's take it. All right, options now. So, Soul Shackled Zombie, I mean, Prideful Parent is just way better than Zombie, but this just has some life gain and can deal with graveyards, which is nice. There's a late, not late, but pick 7 Wary Thespian's kind of nice. We just keep cutting white until we figure out what we're doing here. And the Prideful Parent, once again, good with the Dauntless Veteran, but what isn't it, right? So our deck is kind of high curve now, which is a problem. This is more for the Sacrifice deck. Could take Macabre Waltz. I think I'm fine taking a Soul Caller. You just get creatures back with it. It's nice. Macabre Waltz is good too, but I like Soul Caller. I've been kind of impressed with it. And there's no good white pick, so we'll take it. So we can take Heir Apparent. I mean, we need some 2-drops. And it is good with Veteran. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else really screaming at me there. All right, some late red picks. Well, that could indicate, like, I could take Archer here. We'll see. I'll just take it because it doesn't really matter. I could take the Surprise here. So if we I mean, this is really good if you end up red-white, go wide, but I don't need a Ruined Sealed Wall. We'll take the Goblin Surprise. Okay, could take a Thrill. I don't really need the Erudite Wizard, even though a Wizard, you know, obviously wants to be in the same deck as Mystic, but that's fine. Crypt Feaster. I'll just cut it in case. We don't know what our second color is yet. We're pretty much for sure white. Dracuseth, cool card in a vacuum. Way too expensive to take first, I think, especially when we're not even sure we're red. So Banishing Light kind of seems like the easiest pick. Twin Blade Blessing we might get back, maybe. I think it's a playable card. Or maybe we get the Windscarred Crag back if we do end up red. But easy Banishing Light for now, which is just good removal, of which our deck currently has none. All right, Authority of the Councils. Certainly playable. This has life gain too. I think I would take Cat Collector over it, to be honest. Just amazing with Dazzling Angel spitting out tokens, and you get a food token out of it too for more life gain. So I think I'm going to take that over Eaten Alive, and Pilfer. A Braid would be very good if we're for sure red, but I feel like let's just stay the course on good white cards. We have a good life gain white kind of shell here. Monculus Horde is a sweet card. I like it a lot, but I'm going to take Felidar Savior here and just keep down the white path until I'm for sure figuring out where we're at here. Vengeful Blood Witch is pretty good too. But I like Felidar Sovereign. It's got lifelink and then buff 2 creatures. Just very good. We do need some more cheap creatures or we're going to be in trouble. Ashroot Animus, man. It's a good card. Pretty far from that one. You take Soul Caller, another chance to get that. Fake Your Own Death, kind of playable, especially if you have Into the Battlefield effects, of which we have like Savior, Parent, Soul Caller. It's actually decent ones. Otherwise, another Soul Caller, which is fine. All right, I'll take the Soul Caller. Yeah, I just can't quite figure out where we're at yet. All right, Cathar Commando here is at least good. Tatio was amazing, but we're very far from that. And Burglar Rat would be playable too, but I'm going to take Cathar Commando. Because we don't know what the second color is. The issue is we need to take at least cheap white creatures because just completely unsure as of now what our second color is. And I mean, I suppose I kind of want to be black just because of Alenda. I don't think that we're blue. It's really, at this point, it's black, white, or red, white. I think I'm going to err towards black just because Alenda is a stronger card. I probably am not going to play Crypt Feaster, though. And because we already have 2 Soul Callers, I guess. So, yeah, it's kind of waffling back and forth between those two. We only have 2 red 2-drop creatures, though, which is concerning, to say the least. A lot of 4-drops. No, not a lot of 4-drops, just enough 4-drops. Okay, well, I guess the Firebrand. Or, yeah, Fanatical Firebrand. Not the Firebrand Archer, but Fanatical Firebrand. Okay. All right. Playable. Kills X1s. Good with, like, Dauntless Veteran, I guess. Or Felidar Savior, maybe. Huh. So, major issues with this deck? No good removal, really? I could take Big into a Pie. I mean, that's playable removal. And then we're at least at Banishing Light. Yeah, Banishing Light, Bake into a Pie is our removal suite at the moment. It's just Seismic Rupture is not good because it kills all of our stuff. And then Sword of Chaos is kind of a whatever 4-drop. We're not going towards another color. All right, I mean, pick 8 Bake into a Pie is a pretty good sign, but I guess I'll take an Archer just in case I need more 2-drops. This is tough. We have stronger black cards, but cheaper red cards, so I wonder if that's going to be the determining factor here. Still, even by pack 3, don't know what color we are. That's a tough one. This is more life gain, too. The issue is, it's like we have a good black-white life gain sort of shell, you know. You have your Cat Collector, you have your Alenda, and then we just have the stuff to make it better, like the zombies, the Dazzling Angel. Alenda is obviously a big payoff, so we have a couple of good payoffs in Cat Collector and Alenda, but we really don't have a cheap deck going here, which is a big issue in this format. All right, I guess Swiftfoot Boots on an Alenda. I've seen that before. I mean, Soul Caller getting back Collector or Alenda is nice with the life gain. That is good. We'll cut red just in case. So we'll see here. All right. Okay, pack 3 here, and looks like a bit of a mess. Are we going to take another 4-drop? Dang. I may have to take this Seraph to have a life gain payoff with all the life gain we have. I mean, Surveil can be good, and it's a flyer, which is good in this format, but man, that is what we call an unexciting first pick. Oh, I could have had multiple Homunculus Horde. That would have been fun. All right, well, now we're in that bad space where we're just taking a bunch of 4-drops. I'm going to take Bake into a Pie because we need more removal, but I suppose that means we're out of red, which means, man, are we going to be playing a Heir Apparent as a 2-drop 2/2 in here? We're in big trouble. I don't know how I ended up getting like no 2-drops in here. But we'll take the Bake into a Pie. All right, well, there we go. There's a nice 2-drop. Or I could take another Heir Apparent. That's true. I'm not going to take Bake into a Pie, even though you could obviously use more removal. But Resolute Reinforcements, I think, in general, is just going to be better than Heir Apparent in here, even though we have one other. Just 2 bodies for the Dauntless Veteran and Dazzling Angel and the Felidar Savior. I mean, this is just like a mandatory card for our deck at this point. We're prioritizing cheap creatures above all else. I'm going to take the Joust through. Certainly playable. Life gain obviously is something we want, but still very, very light on cheap plays here, which is concerning. May have to take Savannah Lions. I mean, Blood Thief's better, but we have just not enough cheap creatures. I think we need the Savannah Lions. Just we're that light on cheap things. So, yeah, guess we could take a fleeting flight because our creature count's high, just not low creatures. Prevent all combat damage. I mean, that's pretty good on a veteran. You could still attack with it. They block. Can prevent all combat damage. Or you could just do it before combat so you can get in with it. But, all right. Somehow don't have a deck yet either. All right, I guess we could take Armstar Guide. It's our 3rd 5-drop. And 23rd card. All right. So I guess we could take Twin Blade Blessing. It's a playable combat trick. Shriek Mass. Miss got flying. Yeah. This deck didn't quite turn out the way I would have liked. Geez, pick 10, think twice. I'm just taking it out of spite at this point. That's so ridiculous. Card is so good. I mean, if we get back Heir Apparent, we'd probably be okay, but I think we already missed that opportunity. So we were definitely competing. That is for sure. We were competing, which made this very tricky. I still think ultimately the black is going to be better for us. But, yeah, tricky spot here. So probably didn't, yeah, I don't think we ended up with enough cheap things. So we'll see what we can put together here. Okay, so we only have to make 3 cuts. That's typically a bad sign. What are we going to cut here? Probably can just cut the Soul Shackled Zombies and significantly lower our 4-drop count. And we still have more than enough life gain stuff. Primarily, what? Joust Through. God, here, this deck is not good. This deck's not good. We're in big trouble. When you're running a Heir Apparent by itself, you're in big trouble. 2 mana 2/2s don't cut it anymore. But we just don't have enough cheap plays. Somehow we ended up with like just no 1 and 2 drops. So yeah, tough spot to be in, but that's where we're at, and we're gonna have to play an Armathor Guide. Whew. Wow, ugly, really, really ugly. So I don't anticipate this deck doing very good, but this is what we got. So I'm gonna do my very best and see what we can come up with here. All right, we'll see you round 1. Okay, we'll play first. It's a keep. At least we have one of our elusive 2-drops. So Commando and the Cat Collector, certainly not bad. Fleeting Flight as a combat trick. Opponent mulligan, I guess that's good for us. Ooh, Dazzling Angel. Well, now we're looking way better because we can go Angel into Cat Collector. I like that. And we're drawing well. So yeah, we go Angel. We do the Cat Collector first because then you immediately start getting token value there. So I think that's better. Taking it. All right. Well, I like that too. Snare Spinner. All right. That's fine. So we can prevent all damage from the Snare Spinner. So I think we just attack with Team here. See how they block. I'm kind of curious. All right, so I can do Flight, and basically Angel won't die. And then we get in for 7, and I'll play the Squad Rallier. And then... And they're at 5, okay. Oh, all right. Soul Caller can get back whatever's going to die here. Or I can just use Squad Rallier twice. Decent options here. Yeah, decent options. So Snare Spinner blocks Angel. They block my 3 biggest guys. Oh, and they die, huh? Lock all my 3 power guys, and yep. All right, well, then I guess we just go for it. All right. All right, well, lucked into game 1. Somehow they managed to stay less busy than we did. So red-green, just sort of mid-range, which actually might be just a good archetype against us. Because we're not, when you have no 1 and 2 drops, you're not really going off against your opponent. So that could be interesting. We're going to have to tactically use some combat tricks here. But that's what we got. I mean, we're running 2-mana 2/2s here, so we got to do whatever we can. It's a keep. Not a great keep, but keep nonetheless. Sure. All right, that was a good draw. So at least we get to go Heir Apparent into Prideful Parent into potentially Feldar Savior. That's at least a path to victory here. This is an easy block if they attack. Oh my gosh, yeah. Easiest block I've ever done in my life. They're doing a combat trick too? All right. No problem. You got it. All right. So we can do Prideful Parent here. I could just leave up the Joust Through, but I feel like that's a little too... All right. Well, I think I'm actually going to take it. Because if I rip a land, I want to be able to do Savior here, but we'll see. Yeah. Sure. All right. Okay. So I suppose Seraph makes the most sense here, and then we can Surveil with the Savior. I mean, you could attack with both, but this can get bigger too. So let's just attack here and Surveil here. All right. Not a land, but we'll definitely keep that. It's got trample, so I'm going to take Hydra hit, but Take 8. I'm okay with that. Oh, guess just Embercleave, huh? All right. Yep, turns out Embercleave is still just as good as it ever was. Oh, let's see. No, we barely have a... I wouldn't even say we have a sideboard plan, considering we're main decking a Heir Apparent by itself. Okay, play first. Let's keep. Twin Blade Blessing on a Commando, that could be good. They did show us a Fiery Annihilation, I suppose, but... I think we can block and kill that. Their card's better than ours. Ooh, nobody expects a second Ruby. I'll say that. I'm happy to do a Twin Blade Blessing. Yeah, I was going to say. I'm happy to do a Twin Blade Blessing here. If I have to do it on a 1/1, I will. Well, Soul Color's actually kind of nice here. I'm just going to play a Soul Caller, get a Commando back. That seems like awful good value to me. Sure. Yeah. All right. Ooh, Dauntless Veteran. There's another good one. So I could technically get in for 6 now. It's not lethal, so no point. I think we'll just play the Veteran and leave up the Commando and pass. Even with Embercleave, we're not dead, so... Oh, sure. I mean, we have lethal here, so... All right. Wow, got there. We'll see for round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. Well, obviously, got a mulligan that. This will keep. We'll dump... guess the Soul Caller, the most expensive thing. All right. Typically, you don't even like Savannah Lions, but hey, sometimes you got to play Savannah Lions. It's funny because I feel like it used to be a rare or of rare-like quality, but not these days. I'm fine if they want to make that trade too. No problem. So any land and we can at least do the squad rallier. All right. Well. All right. Fine with that. All right. I mean, I can't even do Twin Blade Blessing. All right. We'll go to game 2 here. I'm glad they kind of showed us everything before we did that. So, I mean, if we draw land, honestly, I think we could have beaten our opponent. So that's a good sign. I mean, if we get two matches with this deck, that's a miracle. That is a miracle in this format. Because this deck is not good. This is like a D. This is a D grade deck for sure. So getting 2 out of 3 with a D grade deck is an A resolution, in my opinion. So still don't have a sideboard. We got to run it back. They have Dracuseth. They have Animist. So stuff we have to use our hard removal on. Don't love it, but we'll keep it. Opponent mulls. We're going to need every single piece of help we can get. All right, that was a good draw. At least now we get to go veteran into savior into soul caller. That's good. And even if they kill, at least we have a soul caller here, so that's good. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to attack with both, and the reason is because I have the soul caller. That was a good draw. I don't really have time to do another soul caller here, I don't think. I mean, I think the biggest sign that I know my deck is terrible is I'm getting beat up by cackling prowlers right now. So that is your number one indication that your deck's bad. When you're getting just beat up by cackling prowlers. That's a real bad sign. All right, round 3, and I mean, basically we just need a lot of luck for this deck to do anything. All right, we'll keep this. Was not expecting Forest there. Am I gonna lose to multiple cackling prowlers? That would be so fitting for this deck. This is like total battle of the mediocrity over here. Cackling Prowler, Light Shell Duo. All right. I guess we just do a Shriek Mass and sadly mill 3 lands that we're going to need. All right, just 1 land mill. I guess that's not so bad. Ooh, there's a good one. I'm going to have to bake that little baddie into a pie. I mean, I guess I could wait. Let's see. I'm just going to take 3. Because then I can actually smash back too. All right. So we're going to bake the horde into a pie. Otherwise they will get 2 hordes. So we'll deal with that threat first. Prowler's going to get bigger, unfortunately. Okay. Nothing. I can get I can get some weak stuff back with Soul Caller. All right. Bunch of white spells. Maybe they thought the Soul Caller could block. I'm not sure. That's perfectly fine with me. Yeah. Get the Sovereign or Savior back here. Actually makes our Shriek Mass smaller, unfortunately, but that's all right. Not sure why they're not attacking with the Prowler there, but we'll take it. All right, another white mana, actually kind of exactly what we needed. So we'll go Savior and buff these two. And we'll get them for 4. Taking it. All right. So then we'll pass. We'll leave up reinforcements and Cathar Commando. All right, we don't need to hear the cat purring anymore here. That's a good one. I think this deals double, right? No, it's just amount of life you gain this turn. Okay. And it costs 3 to sacrifice. Okay. That's fine. We're not going to be able to erase that Midnight Snack because he's just making food every turn. Could double block the Light Shell Duo, and then at least Shriek Mask gets big. All right. I think we're going to have to blow up that Midnight Snack, unfortunately. Veteran's not bad. So we'll get in for 9 flying here. Okay. And then I guess we probably do Rallier and leave up Resolute Reinforcements and the Cathar Commando here. That way we can like block with Cathar Commando and blow up the Midnight Snack. That makes sense. That's gonna be a tough one to beat. At least it doesn't have trample, I guess. There goes our one of our last remaining 2 answers for Consuming Aberration. So I think we'll just attack with these two. And then I'll play both of these. And then we'll do some jumping. Opponent is just giving us every opportunity to win this, which is just insane. So let's see. Attack team, they kill guide, so that's not going to work. Let's see. They block guide. They're going to take, let's say, plus the +1 counter. 4, 7, 11, 14. So it's not lethal. So do I attack with everything but a 2/2 token? So then they kill the guide. And if they have removal, they get us. They're kind of hitting us for 2 each turn, which is not optimal here. I feel like I have to attack, though. That's the problem. Yeah, and the killing the guide is the tough part here. Attacking with 3 things is going to net me like 9 damage. I'm just not entirely sure that's going to be enough, but it might be. Maybe they kill a veteran, I don't know. But then they still take 9. I think that actually makes sense for them. The guide is still going to be pretty good, though. So they'll take 9. And then we'll do squad rallier. Oh, that's good. All right. Oh, that's nice. It's helpful. So he would have died if I had attacked with everything but 1 token. So attack with everything. They block my 3 biggest guys. And let's say I buff there. So they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 shy of lethal. Let me make sure I counted that right. Biggest, biggest, biggest. They take, let's say I put a counter on the lifelinker. They take 3, 5, 3, no, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8. I have to do the math one more time. They block my 3 biggest guys. Biggest, biggest, biggest. They take 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7. Not lethal, not attacking. Oh, we're actually out of cards for Squad Rallier. All right. I swear to God, if we win 2 rounds with this deck, without ever playing Alenda, the only card in this deck that maybe means anything, that would be a miracle. That would be an absolute miracle. Okay, keeping it. We have both colors. Slow start, but this deck is going to have a lot of slow starts. It's a good one. Tough choice here. I'm going to take it, and the only reason is because we know they have the +2/+0 and bring it back or whatever. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. I guess I could do Shriek Mess first and then Savior. Get full Savior value. I think that makes sense. All right. Vanishing Light. Not bad. Was not expecting that. Ooh, all right. There you go. Let's draw. Got our 5th land. Aside from that. So, yeah, it's a tough one. They're tapped out too. That's good. So I could do the Banishing Light on the Elsworn Giant. Yeah, I don't love it, but kind of feels like that's what we might need to do here. Actually, I should have done maybe Bake into a Pie. That would have been better use of mana. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do Bake into a Pie instead. That's weird. I should have. Can't really attack because we're not winning the race. So we'll just stay back. I'm going to pause this for a sec. Okay, attacking. We're going to block here, even if they have the... I'm going to block with the Shriek Mass, and then if they play the thing with the thing, then I cast the thing. So if they cast that, I'm just going to do Joust through and not let them get that back. So... Well, now I feel like a genius for doing, well, I was going to say for not doing the Bake into a Pie, but wait, what does this card do? +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Put it on the battlefield and shuffle. Okay, never seen that one before. Looks pretty awesome. So, more kind of trash draws there. We'll do this, gain some life, buff these little baddies up. And... I think we'll get him for 6 here. I'm hopeful that the Dazzling Angel somehow gets us out of harm's way with the extra life gain. mitigating the scrawling crawler. All right. 6 mana. So do we just kill the pack? Or do we kill the artisan? Or do we just play a guarded air and get more bodies on board? Great questions all around. Guarded air gives me 3 blockers. One that has lifelink and we gain 3 life. I'm going to do that. Also just happens to make the best use of mana there, so why not? That way if they play a flyer, I have a kill spell and then we have lethal in the air. I think I like that more. I can take 6. I could have just jumped and gotten it back with the Soul Caller, but... Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. All right. Wow. We won the lottery, guys. We just got 2 victories with a D deck, a D grade deck. That's amazing. This is my Super Bowl. And with 0, precisely 0 times casting Elenda, the only card that was actually meaningful in the entire deck. What a miracle. All right. That is a Merry Christmas to me draft right there. Let's do it back one, pick one. I like Lathril. I wonder if you're just supposed to take Resolute Reinforcements over it, just because it works for more archetypes and is a better card. And otherwise, you might end up with a deck with 3 2-drops in it, one being a 2-drop 2/2. Yeah, that's sad. I like Lathril in a vacuum, but I think you probably just take the Resolute Reinforcements because 2-drops are so high priority, and this one is really good for a few archetypes. All right, pack 2. Cute card, too much of a build around though. So Think Twice versus Helpful Hunter. They're both good. I would take one of those over Bake Into a Pie and Good Fortune Unicorn. So, yeah, which one do I like more? I mean, they both draw cards. This has a body. It depends on what archetype you want or which ones you prefer. I think they're both good. I'd probably go with the creature plus the draw card with Helpful Hunter over Think Twice. I don't know if that's right. Pack 1, pick 1 here. Probably a Stab. Solid removal for 1 mana. Panda's obviously good, but 2 color. So, yeah, take Stab and be pretty happy about it. And last pick. 5 mana, take an extra turn. That's pretty sweet. But probably take Kaito, little ninja man. You get loyalty counters. Yeah, it's a great card. And nothing else really close. So, all right, Kaito, feel good about it. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.